Good evening, everyone. Basically, I want to explain some of the important settings, some of the tips which are important to know in Ninja Trader. Again, right, we don't support Ninja Trader, or right, we are not a support team for Ninja Trader, uh, but still, we want to share that information so that, right, if there is any issue with bots, we can help you if you're setting it wrong or something. But Ninja, you can always contact with the Ninja team, or you can read the documentation. But still, some of you are making some common mistakes. So that's where I thought, like, let me explain some of those settings so that you understand how to use Ninja in a better way, Ninja Trader in a better way, so your Apex accounts will not get into the trial stop loss issues. So let me share the presentation. That you most of you already attended the session, so I don't want to repeat it. But this Apex again they start 90% of promo. Last 3-4 days they were having 50%. So if you still don't have it, that is the step one where you can get a funded account, so that instead of risking our own money, you can basically get the practice with the evaluation account, and then once you successfully complete it, then they will fund you with 50K performance account, the real money, where you can slowly take the trades. As you understand the tool better and better, you will be able to take the trades by yourself. The second thing is how to get the license. You have to, right? We did a video. You have to watch the video and just add your name and, and your vendor name, so that and then the machine ID will get generated. Click on the submit button, and then you will copy the machine ID in the Google form. Once you do that, within 24 hours, we'll give license to you, so you can start using it. If you are part of our pooled fund or mirror trade, we are providing free access. Uh, but yeah, if we see someone else is using it, we'll be disconnecting their licenses. Even though some trades might be in between, we'll be disconnecting that. And then I also explained in the last session, if we give a second version of the software, if someone finds something, some observation, if we do some enhancements to our bots, when we do an update, we'll send you the updated file. So you can go to Ninja Trader, and you can just go to tools. You can just click on remove. When you click on the remove button, immediately it will show you all the components installed in your system. Then you can select whichever, right? For example, we are giving version 2 of Alpha Spectrum. Then you will select Alpha Spectrum, and you will click on remove button. Then it will get removed. Once you remove it, then you will go to tools, click on import, Ninja script add-on, and then you will just upload the file whichever we shared with you, a channel or in the group. So just you have to do that so that you will have the updated software. Once you have the updated software, again you will go and you will enable the strategies. Uh, Another important thing which many of you are asking is how to add a new ticker, right? For example, now we are doing ES or NQ or for September month, Russell, or right. For example, you want to do it for December month, right? Maybe after another 15-20 days, we may stop ES and NQ for September. We want to do it. As you know, ES and NQ, these are generally quarterly expiry. So we don't want to get close to the expiry and take those trades. We want to, once August is done, we'll start taking the December. So if you have to add something, add a new ticker, or if you want to edit something, you have to go to tools, click on this instrument lists, and then, for example, right, let us say I want to, now I am doing, let us say NQ September. I want to change it to December. Then you select the NQ, click on edit button, and then instead of September, you will select December. Say OK. Now you have NQ December, right? Again, if you want to change it back, let me write, for example, I want to uh, test with natural gas, right? These are various features which we generally use like ES or crude oil or EMD, NASDAQ, Russell, uh, Dow Jones, right? There are some currencies. These are some of the currencies which because the volume will not be so much on them, so we are not using it. But for example, right, natural gas, if it moves 1 point up, it is like $10,000 profit. If we take a long, right? But it will be very choppy, not good for day trading, but it is good for swing trading. You can put in a hourly or weekly time frame, and then you can take natural gas on your personal accounts, not for Epic, but for your personal accounts, natural gas. You can use the bot and you can take it. So, for example, you don't see the NG here. So then you will click on the add button, and then the symbol is NG, or you will say natural, right? And then you see NG symbol here, and then you double click here. Then it will automatically add with the latest, whatever is the current contracts where the volume is more, it added that option. If you don't want to do September, you want, let us say you want to do December, you will click on that, and then again you change it to December. Whichever month you want, you will change it. So now you have NG December. So that is how, if you want to add a micro, right? Instead of doing with minis, you want to go with micros, right? You have all the list here, but you want to modify something. Again, it is the same process, right? For example, MCL, instead of September, you want to do October. You will go there and you will select October, say OK. And then it is updated to, so when you open the chart, it will show crude oil for the October month, right? So that is how you basically right. I enable the chat window, so in case if somebody wants to, uh, if you have any questions, you can put there when I'm explaining something. If you still have any questions, you can put it, and I'll explain you further. Right. So you can go to any of these things, whichever you want to add or update. You can either click on add button and then search on the term. If you want to make some changes to the existing one to a future month, you can just select it, click on the edit button. Or you don't want to see some of these lists, then you don't use the 6E, then just remove it. You don't use 6B, remove it. So that only a smaller list will be populated whenever you open the chart. Right, yeah, after September, yeah, you will change them to December. Right, and then right, I hope everyone is clear about, you have to go to tools, select the instrument list, and then you can, whichever you want to make changes, either additions or modifications, you can do it here. Then another important thing which you all need to know is this global simulation mode. This should be always unchecked, right? For the bots to work, this should not be checked, right? By default, it will be unchecked, but by mistake, if it is checked, then you are when you configure the bot, they will not be able to take the trades. So make sure this one is always unchecked when you set up the bots. The next one, options, right? Once you go to options, you have something like general, right? For example, you want your time zone. Make sure whichever location you are, you have the time zone set up here, right? If you are in central time zone, make sure it is populated to central. If you are in eastern, make sure it is populated to eastern. And also, for example, right, already Ninja has the default sounds whenever it fills an order or whenever it right closes an order. But if you want to have some other right for the compilation, or whenever it gets connected, whenever it gets disconnected, you want some right some sounds or something, some alert. You might be doing some office work or something. You will keep some laptop, so you can just go there whenever connection is lost. You want to hear some specific sound. You can say, okay, connection lost. Right? All these files are already there in the Ninja Trader. So whenever you click on that browse button, it will show you all the sounds. So you will select connection lost. So immediately you know that internet got disconnected or something happened, and immediately you can go and connect it back or reset or close your open positions. Because whenever it gets disconnected, your strategy gets disabled and your positions will be open like that. So, or if order field, you want a specific sound. If stop field or if target field or whatever it is, you have audio for everything, right? Connected. Whenever it gets connected again, you want to select a specific sound, you can select it. So in that way, even though you are doing something, immediately you will know that connection lost. So immediately you can take the action. So one is setting the timing. Second thing is setting the audio files. So those whenever you install the Ninja, already all those files got right. They are on your system. So you have to just go and select one of those sounds. So that will automatically happen. Second thing, right? You can also add your personal accounts, non-funded accounts to the setup. I will explain that later. Then one is after general, it's trading. So for trading, right? For example, you want to, for Apex, all the positions should be closed before 4 central. If you want, even by 3:30, you want to close everything, right? You have to do this enable option, auto close position, make it enabled, and you put a time, right? If you want 3:59 or 3:30 p.m. or 3 p.m., wherever you want all the positions to get automatically closed, if you put it, then you don't need to remember that you have to again close them manually, because right 2 or 3 times they will right Apex will automatically close it. But if you are forgetting every time, they may cancel your performance account or evaluation account. So it is better you just set this option so that automatically it will your positions will get closed. Whatever time you give, they will automatically get closed. Right. So then that is the important option here under trading. Select the time. For example, I want everything to be closed at 3:59. I will give 3:59. If I want everything to be 59, because generally 3 to 4 the volume might be little low, or suddenly because of earnings, right? Today when Amazon went up, it suddenly moved so high, or when Apple gave bad earnings, suddenly NQ dropped so much. So to avoid such type of things, if you want to close all your positions by 3 p.m. itself, or sometimes, right, if there are no earnings, the volume will be very less between 3 to 4 p.m. central. So you may have a choppy condition, right? Choppy trades. So to avoid those things, you can just put a time. So it will get closed. All the trades whichever are open, they will get closed at that particular time. Right? Hope that is clear for everyone. Yeah, whenever you manually close the positions, your strategies will get disabled automatically. So if you are manually closing, or if bot is not doing something, if some external, right, whether Ninja or you are manually closing it, then strategy gets disabled. You have to enable it again. Then going to the next one, right? The strategies portion. This is very important. You have something called as on connection loss, right? Sometimes suddenly internet will get disconnected for just 2 3 seconds or 4 seconds. So you don't want immediately to get disconnected, you can put a disconnect delay seconds. You can say that, okay, 45 seconds or 30 seconds. You want, right? Because sometimes within 5-10 seconds, it will get connected again. And you want, if even after that, if it doesn't happen, you want to stop the strategy or you want to keep it running, right? So you can put a timer, right? Like this is like 45 seconds. It will keep retrying to connect to the strategy. If not, even after 45 seconds, you have issues with the connection, it will basically stop the strategy. Then you have to manually go and close all your positions and you have to re-enable them again whenever internet is up. You have to re-enable them. So you have to go to strategies and select the stop strategy and put disconnect delay seconds as 45 seconds or 30 seconds. 45 seconds is preferable. Uh, yeah, that is about strategies. If you go to yeah, it is not, yeah, you don't need anything here. But order handling, if you want to submit as is or market order and sync timings, you can put those things. By default, you can keep these ones. And then market data, yeah, auto subscribe. So these all you can keep by default, whatever you have, you can just have those options. Now, let me show you, right, for the new members, let me show how to add some accounts, right? Add some chart and then add a strategy, right? I hope everyone is clear how to add the instrument list, how to edit the existing tickers, or your global simulation mode should be always unchecked. Whenever you want to add a new strategy or you want to add a updated strategy, you will go to import. You will click the Ninja script add-on. If you want to remove something, then you will click on remove, and then from the list of all the bots you get, you will remove whatever you don't need. And yeah, these things you don't need, historical data. So you have trading hours here. For example, you want to keep something like, let us say you want uh, trading hours template RC, and let us say on Sunday, you want a trading to start from 8, because from 4 o'clock future start or 5 central future start. So let us say you want to do it from 8 p.m. because 5 to 8 the volume might be less, and end of the day, right? You want to end at 12 a.m. on Sunday, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And now on Monday, let us say you want from 12 a.m. you want to, or let us say you want to start from 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and you want to end the trading hours by 3 p.m. Like that, you can put for each day. Okay, my Tuesday I want 8 to 3. Wednesday I want, and then, right, whenever you enable it, you can use this template. So it will basically trade according to the times you have set. Right. Let me just add Okay. Saturday anyway, market will be closed. So this one, edit Friday. Friday you want to close by 3 p.m. So you can just select those and you can right. You can give whichever time you want. Right. For example, if you are doing for gold, right? Gold generally works good in India time. So you can create a template for gold. So this is for RC. Let us say ES, NQ, RTY, YM. These are some good hours for those ones. Then you will say apply. Mm, Less than 24 hours. For any particular day. Uh, right, yeah. But basically, right, I will let you know why there is an error here. But this is how you will create whatever schedule you want to be traded. You will put a name, and whenever you add a chart, you can select this template. So the trading will happen only during that specific timings. Or you want, for example, you want something to be traded during US hours, US market hours. So you can see CBOE. Uh, okay, if you go to CBOE US index hours, you can see that okay from 5 p.m. Monday 3:15 p.m. Monday 3:30 p.m. To 3:15 p.m. Like that, they have some specific timings, and these are the holidays where the bots will not take any trades on these specific days. If you want to make any changes, you can just go and edit them to some. You say apply, okay, and then whatever you want to modify, you make the modifications. Instead of 3:30 p.m., you want 5:30 p.m. So now CBOE US index futures extended trading hours, or you want just a regular trading hours, which is like from 8:30 to 3:15. Right, that is 8:30 Central. It will end at 3:15 p.m. Central. If you want to make any modifications, you will select that record, click on edit. Instead of 8:30, you want to start from 8:45 because first to 5 to 10 minutes, there can be a big volatility or something. Right, suddenly it can go up and suddenly it can come down and Q type of ones. So you can just click on edit. You can say 8:45. Right, just you will apply, okay. Now let us say you want to add a chart. You will go to the new, click on the chart button. Let us say you want to take a trade on NQ, or okay, let us take Nasdaq. When you select it, make sure you have this Heikenhashi type, right? Data series should be because all our algos do all the calculations, everything based on Heikenhashi. And preferred timing for day trading is 5 minutes. If you take 15 minutes, then it will wait for entire candle to complete 15 minutes, and then suddenly it may reverse after 15 minutes, right? Especially in this market, it is going up for 15 minutes, again it will come down, again it will go up, so you may take at the high. So better is 5 minutes. If you take one or three, there might be too many trades, right? Every time there will be a buy, there will be sell, buy and sell for every minute. So you want to wait for minimum 5 minutes candle to form, right? Even 5 minutes is also, there can be many right, some fake signals or choppy signals. When market is stable, then even if we take 15 minutes or 10 minutes, then it will work well. If it is a trending days, upward or downward trending days, if it is a trending market, we can just go with 10 or 15 minutes and it will work without any choppy or fake signals. But in current market, for now, it is better to use 5-minute signals. And make sure you uncheck this break at end of the day, right? Those two, you have to end trading hours here. For example, now you have, right, whatever you selected. For example, you made the modifications to CBOE, US index futures. RTH stands for regular trading hours. If you want to use this one which you modified, you can select that. Or you might have created your own template. So you can also select that template, like, okay, US equities RTH, US equities ETH, or right, whatever name you might have given. If you take that, then only the trading will happen from that specific thing. And then yeah, we will do that, and then you will say okay. Now the chart is getting loaded. That's it, right? You are first enabling your chart. Once your chart is enabled, for example, you don't want to see all these orders when the buy is happening. If you feel like it is too much cumbersome, too much disturbing, you can just select properties, and that is the text. You don't want the text to be displayed. Just you select white color. So all that, right, when the buy, sell, all those things will disappear. Or you can, right, or if you want to have it, you can have that. But right, so it will show all the historical, when the sell happened, when buy happened, all those previous orders. And now you want to enable the strategy, right? For example, now you have the code or you have the bots for strategy one. Then you will go here, click on strategies, right click on the chart, click on strategies, and then, for example, you want to take the alpha spectrum strategy. You will double click on that. Once you have alpha spectrum, right, which account you want to, if you want your personal account, you can select your personal account. You want Apex account, you can select Apex account. You want to test on simulation account, you can test on simulation account. So you have all the options, whichever you want, you can select from the account. And calculation, right? Generally by default on bar close. Once the candle closes, it will do all the calculations and decide whether it should do buy or sell. It is always better. Make sure you have this on bar close. If it is like on each tick or something, there might be too many trades, and it will be like you may not be making profit. So by default, it will be on bar close. Don't change that. If you this one you want to change it, it is okay. For NQ, you want to test with sim NQ, and then uh, right, you can enable from here, or you can go to the Ninja Control Center and enable there. right? Let us do one chart from here, one chart from there. Okay, I am enabling that. And then order quantity, you want by default or you want to change it? If you want to change it, you can put a default quantity and you can say, okay, I want to take, for example, you are doing with micros, you want to do with 4 micros. You can change it to 4 so that whenever you are taking a trade, it will change it to 4. Or you want to just go with whatever the strategy is doing, buy one or sell one, then you will just select the strategy, right? And then you will say apply. Okay. And you have to make sure you see this. You have the bot name and also you have the time frame, right? If you use any other candle other than Heikinashi, you might be right uh, not making profits, right? Whereas, for example, now we got a buy here, and then it started moving, right? So now it is over 522. Uh, so right, this one is enabled. Let us do the same thing for now. I want to do the same thing for ES. So you can just right click here, duplicate in new tab. You don't need to open different windows. Better do everything in one window so it will be easy for you to watch it out. Now instead of NQ, already it is right. When you duplicate it, already it has icon ASCII everything. Only thing is now you want to select ES chart. Once you select the ES chart, strategies, again, you will click on the strategy. Now, instead of SIM NQ, I want to test it on SIM ES account. I want to write. I don't want to enable it now itself. I want to enable from the control panel. So you will say apply. Okay. Then because it is not enabled, you will only see the bot name, but you won't see that it is enabled. So what you can do, you can go here in the strategies. You can see that NQ you already enabled it. Yes, now you can from here also you can enable from the Ninja Trader control center. So as of now, if you go to positions, there are no positions. So because already there is a long is right, there is a long entry. There is a buy here, then there was a sell, and again it is going up on ES, on NQ. There was a buy here, still it is going up. So whenever it gives a new signal, then you have to go back and make sure when there is a new signal, then you have to go and it should create a new position here, right? For now, there is a buy going on with ES and NQ. Whenever the sell happens on the chart, you will also hear a sound that a new order got executed. And also you will see a new position like, okay, NQ short or ES short, right? Whatever charts, if you enable different charts, one for NQ, one for ES, one for crude oil, one for gold, one for Russell, one for, right? You can do any number of charts, only futures, because this software is provided by Apex. Apex is paying for the data and all those things. So that's why you cannot use for forex or you cannot use for stock. But if it is an individual account, if you have your own account, then yeah, you can even do stocks and other things. You can use the same strategy and you can also do stocks or forex and all those things. So like that, right? Whatever you want. Then now I will click and I'll say duplicate. And now I want to create something for EMD. And I will go strategies. Right? Some of you are selecting something else instead of the strategy. Some of you are selecting sample or something, right? Make sure you are selecting this. It should be here. And then you will select whatever account I want to test it on SIM EMD, or you want to and then you can enable here itself, or you can go there and enable it. It is up to you how you want to do it, and you will say apply. Okay. So it is also in the long. So we got a buy here and it is going up and up. So EMD is also another ticker which is good, right? Again, because we got good earnings with Amazon. Uh, right, Apple earnings are not great, but Apple also is moving up, so we may see very good up move with ES, NQ, EMD, all those things. So basically, right, you can. So now there is a new order. Let us see what is that new order. Um, let's go back here. And okay, yes, it took a long. Earlier there was a small drop, so that's why there was a short. But so here there was a short, and now again it is going up. It took a long now. Right, like that. Whatever charts you want to create, you can create all of them here. You can use the same time frame. For example, right, in next week we may give you another strategy. Right, at that time, what you can do, you will again do the same thing in queue, duplicate in new tab. Now, when you, for example, our new strategy is like CKA strategy, then you will select that. But make sure when you are doing that, you should not use the same account. Right, this time instead of sim NQ, I will take sim 201. Right, otherwise what will happen, this strategy might be giving a buy, the other strategy might be giving a sell, just for example. Right, so when we give you a new strategy, right, which works with a different logic. If one algo is using some logic, this will use a different logic. So it also gave a RC buy and it is moving up. So whenever you have multiple strategies, make sure the accounts connected are different. You cannot connect the same SIM101 to this strategy and this strategy, because this strategy may give a buy at some time, the other strategy may give a buy after some more time. Right, one might be good for day trading, one might be good for swing trading. So make sure to remember that, and also don't connect all these accounts to one Apex account. Right, suddenly if there is a, right, today we had Amazon earnings, everything went quickly so much up, and then we had Apple earnings, everything went down suddenly. So if you connect one account, then there is a chance that you suddenly hit the stop loss on the Apex accounts. But if you have individual accounts, right, you have one Apex 1 with NQ, Apex 2 with ES, Apex 3 with EMB, Apex 4 with NQ but strategy 2, Apex 5 with ES or strategy 2, like that, then your risk will be low. Even though there is a sudden volatile movements because of earning, because of some news, it won't hit the stop loss. Especially with NQ, the movements are suddenly you will have a 20-30 point move, right? So we took a trade on NQ right here. So make sure, right, your trades are yeah, when you are doing with NQ, you can go with 2 micros or 3 micros. Start small, right? Once you get confidence, once you get practice, then you can slowly increase it to 4 micros, 5 micros. But if you go with one mini, if there is a sudden moment, your account will get locked when it touches the 2500 trail stop loss. That's why with NQ, you may make huge money or it may also give huge losses, because it moves so rapid, so much, right? From 480, it moved to 530, nearly 50 points within last 1 hour. Uh, right, it will go to 15550, which is a strong resistance. If it breaks that, then it may cross 15600 also. So yeah, that's the reason even in a mirror account we took it, because we know, right, based on multiple analysis studies, Amazon, right. It was unfortunate that right last night itself it should have reversed, but yeah, it went down little more further, and from today morning it started reversing, and tonight it will go much higher, right? Because again, nothing will keep on going down, nothing will keep on going up. When something went down already 200, 300 points, then we got that unfortunate that it went another 100 points down and then started coming up. But yeah, that's how futures will work, right? Nobody knows what is the exact bottom, and if you have to go with trend, then you will miss all that big move, right? Only when it goes to all the way top, then it will be a bullish trend. You won't catch all these 100, 200 points move. If you want to wait for the trend to be bullish, then you will miss all these big moves, right? Yeah, but basically that's how you enable all the charts, enable the strategies, and then whenever trades happen, they will right, they will appear here, and you can basically, if you go to strategies, you need to make sure all these are enabled. All these are 5 minutes Heikinashi, and it is showing that right, currently the positions which the algo is taking is long positions. The actual position, right? Already, if you enabled it half an hour before, you might be long on all these ones. But what the actual position you have is this ES. For others, they already have a long here, but in your account you don't have long yet. Like that, right? So that's what you will identify. Uh, right, because right, these orders are market orders, right? It is not that, because if you do a limit order, the orders may not get filled by the time the 2 3 seconds delay. ES or NQ may move. So when we send an order, it will send it as a market order. There might be a 1 second difference between my order and your order. I may get filled at 45:30. You may get filled at 45:31. Someone else may get filled at 45:32, or like that. So if the ES and NQ are moving quickly, each one may have, right, within that 2 to 3 points range, we may our fills, because we are doing market, or whatever price, best price is available at that time, it will take that price and fill it. Especially with NQ, that is the problem, where you may, right, we may see that, right, algo might send it at right time, but within that 1 second, if there is a big move up or down, we may see a different profit or loss. So that's why with NQ better to have micros, so we don't have that risk of sudden big drop, because NQ within a few seconds it can move 100, 150 points up or down. If we are on the right side, we can make a huge profit, but if we are on the wrong side, it can also hit the stop loss, right? That's why it is better to take micros with NQ. ES is less volatile compared to NQ, so it is okay to take, but again, right, when you are starting fresh with the tool, because you might be setting up something wrong, you might be configuring something wrong, you might be, your internet issues might be there, so that's why better you start with sim, and then uh, right, once you get comfortable for 3 4 days, then you can start with micros, and then once you get more confidence, once some of your accounts get evaluation complete, then on the next evaluation account, maybe you can start using a mini rather than a micro, like that. If you want, right, if you want one trade to get copied to all the accounts, you have to buy a software from Apex, which is called as Trade Copier. You have to configure that. Then the same trade will get copied into all, right, 10 different accounts. If you have, right, Apex will give you up to 20 accounts. You can copy the same trade into all 20 different accounts. Or, but again, I don't suggest you to. use the same trade, because if the same trade suddenly goes down or goes up, if some sudden news comes, then all the 20 accounts will hit the stop loss. Rather than that, better you use one with each instrument, so that even suddenly NQ moves, but if ES is less volatile, gold, CL, all those accounts will be still safe. That one account you can cancel and get another account with a 90% off when they have that offer going on. Yeah, for micros, you have to edit the order quantity. Right, I explained you earlier. And those bars, it is better to have 3 bars during the bar. Yeah, it is good to have three bars as a setting. Strategy, if you select a strategy, then basically it will select one. First time, whenever it does, it will do a one buy. From second time, what it will do, it will close one buy and open another short. So always it is like your quantity will be one if you use the strategy setting. If you change it to default, then you can change whatever. If you're doing micros, you can put 2 or 4. On one-on-one configuration, yeah, I am right. I'll have some employees, and then yeah, we'll let you know when we can do one-on-one configurations. I am going through the questions. Um, yeah, whenever you pick those time slots, it will basically use the time slot and close the trades at that point of time. If crude oil chart is not loading, then there might be something wrong with your setup, because right, if you click here, select futures, crude oil, 5 minutes, and how many days data to load, you can just select 3 days. If you put too much of days here, it will take a lot of time to load the data. Right, now the chart got loaded. So again, right, you can watch the past charts, or right, for example, if you watch gold, generally it moves from 4 a.m., right? You can set the timing as 3:45 a.m. From 4 a.m. to 6, 7 a.m., it moves very well. But after 7, again, it will be in a choppy mode. Right? Again, if you want, if it is Apex, better to go with low risk approach. You can use only that timing from 3 to 7. If it is personal accounts, the small, because sometimes you may have a huge, if there is some sudden news around 7:30 a.m. Central, you have these events or job reports. Today there was a job report and suddenly it moved 4 5 points or like that. So if you want to take risk, then you can all use 23 hours. But otherwise, for gold, you can use from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. is a good time, where it is common between Europe market, US pre-market, all those things. That is where gold will move. And for all others, ES and Q, everything, generally US market hours is best time. And if you want to avoid more, right, you want to avoid too much of volatility, sudden movements within 1 minute going up and next minute going down, then better you start from 8:45. 8:45 to 10 a.m. will be the best time generally. Right, again after 10:30, again volume will go down. Again in the power hour, last 1 hour, again there will be a lot of volume. But you can even keep just between 8:45 to 10:30 also, right? If ES moves, then ES and Q, Russell, Dow Jones, all of them move nearly at same time. Or if they go down also, they all go same. Gold and crude oil are little different. They don't follow the trend like ES, but if ES is going down, then generally NQ, Russell, Dow Jones also goes down. So that is right. That first 2 hours is where there will be a lot of volume. Then again it becomes choppy. But right, as you practice, as you try it out, you will find out. Okay, right. I am finding this is my best time. Even though I may miss some opportunities, let me just take these 2 hours. Let me just play with this. Right, enable the bot only for those 2 hours. So it will take trades on the upside or downside. If there is a good movement, either upside or downside, we can make a lot of money. If it is choppy without much volume, we may have small losses. Yeah, 3 to 7 a.m. Central is good for gold. Yeah. Yeah, for crude oil and GC, yeah, you can leave unattended overnight. You don't need to delete the strategy if you have to make any changes to the settings. But if you make a change, then you can close and open Ninja so that right it takes effect of any change you made. Mm, yeah, you don't need any XML to configure the times. Right, we are also thinking about taking profit after few ticks, but what will happen is when we have these big moves, right? For example, NQ moved to 200 points, 300 points, right? That is where if you take stop loss at certain ticks and take profit at certain ticks, we will miss all those big moves, right? One big move can make, right? That is where these bots will help. Whenever the losses are choppy market, the losses will be small. Whenever you have a big moves like yesterday or today, then you make huge gains. So if we put some target levels like okay, after if it goes down by 10 ticks, close it, or if it goes up by 20 ticks, close it. Then right, we are working on another strategy where we'll have the trial stop loss so that it will go up, and when it comes down to a little bit, then it automatically gets closed. But for this strategy, it is like either it will be in buy or it will be in sell. Right? If a strategy is where you have buy, close the buy, and again wait for sell, close the sell, again wait for the buy, that is where we can have a trial stop loss or target levels, which we are working. We are testing that strategy, but the profits will be less compared to this strategy. This strategy works well if we have a trending market, upward trend or downtrend. It makes a lot of profits. If market is just choppy, moving one two candles up and again one two candles down, then we may incur losses, or we have to manually execute. Whenever it gives $100, close it, and again wait for again enable it, wait for it to again take a trade, again $100, close it. Like that, you have to quickly take profits. So again, that's what you can play with the bot. You can see like because for each one you may have a different experience. You may see, right? We are sharing like what all we learned testing all these bots since last few months, but you can see like how it is working best for you. That's why you have sim accounts. You don't have any risk, and don't worry that oh, I already took a evaluation account, right? You are just paying $16 for 1 month. Or if 1 or 2 weeks you take to test it out, try it out on sim account, just 1 week is enough for you to complete the evaluation. If there is a big move, then that's it. You can take two contracts, three contracts also with ES or something, and you can complete evaluation within one day itself. Even if you complete within one day, Next day you can just open the trade, close the trade without waiting. Next 6 days you can do that, so your evaluation will be done. Right, connection configuration, make sure, yeah, for the number of restarts you can put at 0. Time you have to put as 45 seconds for the internet connectivity. Yeah, whenever you do anything manually or automatically because of some internet issue, if there is a disconnection, you have to re-enable the strategies again. The strategy will not, right? Whenever there is an external action, immediately it gets disconnected. You have to enable it back. Um, 2 September. I think I answered all the questions. So again, I told you, right? You when you have to connect to a personal account, you just click on strategies, and so everything will be under this account. You can see all your performance accounts, evaluation accounts, your personal accounts, everything. Whichever you want, you can select that account. So the trades will happen in that account. And another thing, what you can do is, if you just close it, then all this you have to re-enable. You have to create all these charts again. What you can do is you can go here and you can go save workspace. You can say, you can either do new and save, or you can, okay, let us say new RCA Autobots. So now you have the workspace created. Whenever you open next time, if you click on this one, all those charts will open. So you don't need to, you just see it. Next time when you come here, go to workspace and click on this one, then whatever charts you opened, all those things will get opened again. So you don't need to manually create all those charts every time. Yeah, connections, right? Apex will send you an email with your Apex detail and your rhythmic details. You have to go there and you have to configure it. And within help, yeah, there's third-party licensing, you already know. So yeah, that's what I want to share mainly about tools. Global simulation mode should be unchecked. You go to options, you have all these general trade strategies. There are some important settings which I explained. Then if you want to add a new instruments, you have to go to instrument list and add them or edit them. Then workspace, you can save the workspace so that next time when you open, all those charts will open with those strategies enabled. Then yeah, if you want to make sure your connection should be always, this should be green. Otherwise, there might be a disconnect between your rhythmic and this one, and the trades may not happen correctly. So accounts, yeah. And if you want to create a new account or something, you can go here, right click in the accounts, and you can say add simulation account. Sim, right? For example, for strategy one, you can say sim 101, 102, 103, or you can say sim ES uh, September, right? Sim ES or sim September, like that. If you put names and then connect those accounts, so that right, connect the strategies with those, then you will remember that okay, this is this account I am using for NQ. And next day when you go and see, like, you will see that okay, I have this much this much profit in this account, or this NQ made this much money, or Sim Gold made this much money, or EMD made this much losses. So now you know that, okay, when you go with your Apex accounts, which one you have to use, whether you should use NQ or right for 3 4 days. If you test with simulation accounts and you see that, okay, NQ is making a lot of profits, or gold is making a lot of profits, or ES is making profit. So based on that, you can play whichever you feel is right for your evaluate to complete your evaluation, or even for your performance accounts. Now, personal account means it is only right in the Ninja Trader, right? If you have a personal account, instead of going with Apex, you have to personally open a Ninja Trader account. This cannot connect with IBKR or Thinkorswim. So EMD is basically mid cap, right? Your ES is like, so this is like your S&P 400 mid cap. ES is like your 500 companies, just like SPY, whereas EMD is like your 400 mid cap companies. So that also, right? For example, today we had a big move. I think this one is also like $50 per every point. So from 2687 we got a buy, 2700, right? Nearly it is on 5 minutes time came here. So yeah, very soon we also will be releasing some of the indicators. So even someone, if they want to, right, take some trades based on, right, somebody want to take Amazon, or somebody want to buy Tesla, or whatever they want, they can use Trading View, and they can use the buy and sell signals, and they can take the trade. Uh, so we'll be releasing those indicators also soon. Yeah, but for now, yeah, the focus is on bots. We'll be releasing 3 to 4 different strategies. Some of them are good for right. So we are working for the whatever bot we release, that is very good for EMD, ES, NQ, Russell, Dow Jones. For gold and crude oil, we are working on a different strategy, which is more which is giving better results compared to this one with gold and crude oil. But yeah, we'll be releasing it in a week or so. I think I answered all the questions. You cannot do swing because Apex wants the trades to be closed before 4 p.m. If you take any trade today, they have to be closed before 4 p.m. tomorrow. So that's why you cannot take swing trades. But if you have a personal account, right, as I mentioned earlier, you can go with a weekly time frame or daily time frame, and you can make nice gains. Yeah, for now, ES and NQ and Russell. Russell is RTY, and Dow Jones is YM, and EMD. All these are yeah, different tickers which you can use. Yeah, it is very easy to add personal account also. Right, again, if you just take some time to practice, it will be easy. Right, already many members today they completed evaluation. More than 5 members completed using the bots. They are also watching it. It is not completely automated, but they're also watching, and maybe I'll ask them to share their tips and what they are doing, so others also learn in next meeting. But yeah, basically that's it, right? Try to understand how it is working, and then add your own rules, or add your own right, whatever you, if you feel like doing it manual, taking a trade, algo will take the trade, you will exit after some $100 profit or $50 profit. You can do any number of trades. There is no restriction by Apex that you have to complete within this many trades. So you can do as many as you want, and doing it in those timings. And yeah, so you will complete it, and then you will get the performance account, and then you can yeah, slowly take the trades with micros, or so that the first 25K is completely yours, and then 90% of it is yours. Only thing is we need patience, and we need to do it slowly. So yeah, I don't want to take more time. Dow Jones is RTY is also September. Dow Jones is YM. If you put YM, YM is Dow Jones. RTY is Russell. So for anything for now, for September, you will put RTYU or YMU or ESU or NQU or EMDU. All these are like for September month. Yeah, I'll share the recording. You can watch the recording one more time if you have any questions. But I basically covered all the common mistakes which many are doing, or and then you can go based on that. Thanks everyone, and good night, and talk to you in next meeting.